Greetings, Star Citizens. Merajito 20K here, bring you episode 8 of the News and Hangar update. I apologize in advance for the hiatus for the last week missing, but, life gets in the way, got a cold, not much I could do. So, we're going to start off this week with the 24 million, and I'll try to condense the last 2 weeks, hopefully, and it won't be too long of an episode. But with the 24 million, we unlocked the public transportation system. And it shows in this the public transportation skyway that's used within Terra itself of getting around the various areas, which suggests that Terra could in fact be a pretty big place. And I think it's also going to have kind of like a taxi system that is going to allow you to go from various parts of the galaxy as well. So that'll eventually transition through. With the 25 million, we unlocked the enhanced alpha, which we're already seeing parts of, where we left off around 1,000 alpha slots left. When they hit about 600, they bumped up that enhanced alpha, giving another 50,000 slots. So this is not only going to help our guys out in, like, say, Europe and Australia and Germany and all them, but it's going to give a better gameplay experience for everybody in the long run. When you're going to have lower latency, less crowded servers, you won't have overpopulation. This also unlocked the new stretch goal, the Banu merchantmen, which is a band of traders, or an entire race of traders, that are renowned for their merchant prowess, traveling the space lanes and trading with everyone from humans to Vandal. Their sturdy, dedicated spaceships are prized beyond all other transports, sometimes passing from generation to generation of Banu. At 23 million, we decided additional resources to making Zion spacecraft a unique experience. At 27 million, we will expand that thinking to the Banu, starting with the merchant ship. The design team will expand Banu technology to offer players a completely different way of experiencing the universe. So it's going to allow us to, I want to say, actually own one of these ships, which would be very cool, meaning you're going to have more merchant style play than just the starting out amounts. I mean, there's only like 3 or 4 ships at the moment that are really, really good at cargo runs, so it'd be nice to see what these will have to offer as well, and kind of the various alien technology that will come out of it. At 26 million, we had the enhanced capital ship systems that are now in place, or going to be in place, meaning you'll be able to expand the capital ship functions, damage control, sealing bulkheads throughout various areas. You got your navigation and engineering and command all being separate entities of the ship itself, meaning it'll very much feel like a capital ship. You're going to have the various different areas that will have to work with each other in order to be an effective outfit or guild or whoever you're running this with. It'll be interesting how this plays out, especially once the public universe starts up. I mean, there's a lot you can do with different capital ships, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. And to top it all off, speaking of capital ships, they also showed some of the artwork for the Idris Corvette, so it's very much following that theme. We also have, at 28 million, a new starter ship that has been dubbed the Mustang, and it's said to have more speed and more firepower but less cargo space overall. So that will be interesting when we find out more about that. And they also say that people that have lifetime insurance with, say, a base Aurora will actually be able to swap that lifetime insurance over to this new starting ship. So you're going to have more choices when you start out playing the game with not just the Aurora, but you'll also have this Mustang to choose from. The absolutely biggest news this week was the unveiling of the Hornet Variants. So not only do you have the very baseline F7C stock version that we all got or have seen from earlier iterations that I showed in episode 1 of my Hangar walkthrough, but now we also have a Hornet Ghost, a Hornet Tracker, and the Super Hornet. So we'll start off with the Hornet Ghost. The Hornet Hornet Ghost is a stealth-oriented craft designed to have a low radar signature when you're out and about. And by doing this, you'll have lower power emissions going throughout the entire ship. It also has a specially designed paint job and coating all over the aircraft. So think like a stealth bomber. A B-2 stealth bomber has this specialized like paneling and the paint job that is supposed to deflect radar signatures. Its whole idea is not to be seen, low emissions, low energy draw. It's not going to have very powerful weapons on it, but you're not going to be so easily targeted. And of course, if you have something like that, it has to be countered in some way. So the Hornet Tracker was made. It's pretty much an AWACS, the whole forward observation craft, or it's going to allow more command-oriented things to come through and see the battlefield from a command perspective. Meaning he'll be able to fly out there, he's going to be able to track all the enemy movements and send them back. And if you got, say, smugglers or enemy ships in the vicinity and you don't want them there, this would be the perfect guy to send out. I mean, its whole designation is to track enemy movement, so what better? And last but not least, we have the Super Hornet, which I'll be playing a video of mine personally in the hangar. And this is, well, I guess the name says it all. It's an extremely beefed up version of the original Hornet. No special paint job, but it's got not only a different body frame, meaning it's bigger, it's got a bigger engine in it. Well, the main feature that you'll first notice is the ball canard. It is actually on this. I mean, you don't have the normal cargo hold in the way. It means you have that full forward firepower ready to go. And in order to make it kind of like this, it reminds me of like the Super Cobra attack helicopter, where it's got 2 seats instead. So you have one person that's going to be dedicated to piloting, and then you got one person that's going to be dedicated to, say, guns or radar detections or anything like that. Or they even said you can use it to take a prisoner, but that seems kind of a risky venture if you ask me. I mean, it's not exactly a most secure place to have a prisoner on board if you ask me, but that is the biggest thing. They have the commercial, and oh man, that commercial, I gotta say, when I first watched it and heard that the main announcer guy's voice come up, it gave me goosebumps. That's how good it was. And I'm sure everyone here has seen it, and I'll make sure to leave a link in case you haven't, because it was good stuff. And I really can't wait for the dog fighting module next month. I mean, you get to test out everything. It's going to be a long month and a half waiting to get my hands on that. Hopefully we'll get a release date of when they want it to come out. But that was the main update of this week. I mean, we managed to get 3 million in 2 weeks. A lot of new updates. They also upgraded the ship specs page, which people had been kind of poking fun at Rob for a while to get that done. But it's finally done, so thrust ratios and cargo amounts and mass of the ships and all that is all fixed. Oh, until they gotta revise it again for messing up something. If you like this show, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.